Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. Yes, another video this week, second one. Reason being is that we have just gone into another lockdown here in Singapore, which is not quite what I was hoping for at this point of 2021, but anyway, this is what I'm doing, making another video to keep myself sane and obviously also because I love you guys. This week we are going to be talking about something which I think will complement some of the other videos that I have made quite recently. So I made a lot of videos about things that you should avoid, things you should cut out of your diet, but haven't actually talked all that much about the things that you want to be including, and specifically the different types of nutrients and vitamins that are really important for people who have inflammatory skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, or acne. So I kind of went into a bit of a rabbit hole when it came to research. There are so many different vitamins and nutrients that have all sorts of different benefits for your skin. So these ones specifically today are all about reducing inflammation, because yes, I could have included literally hundreds of different nutrients because your skin is a complex organ, and also vitamins and nutrients, they don't work in isolation, they often work together. So you want to be getting a big wide variety of all these different nutrients that I'm going to mention today, plus more. So what I'm going to give you today is 7 of the most important nutrients when it comes to reducing inflammation in your skin naturally, things that you want to be getting lots of in your diet. And at the end of the video, so make sure you stick to the end of the video, I'm going to be putting together a meal, a little recipe, very simple, that you can make today that has a lot of these different nutrients, a lot of things that are very rich in all the things that we are going to be talking about today. So before we get started, as always, really appreciate it if you hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos about skin health, please hit the subscribe button. I make new videos every single week, and if you have any suggestions about videos that you want me to make, please do drop them in the comment section down below. But for now, let's get on with the video. So the first nutrient I want to talk about is vitamin E, and vitamin E is a super important nutrient for your skin. So it's a fat-soluble or lipid-soluble vitamin, meaning that it is best absorbed through oils or fats, and it has a lot of different functions, and it is something that you will find in a lot of different sort of creams and kind of topical cosmetics. The reason being is that it is quite a potent antioxidant. So let's remind ourselves really quickly what antioxidant means, because I feel like it's one of those words that just gets thrown around a lot and people kind of forget what the meaning is, myself included. So antioxidants, what they do is that they are nutrients or kind of little factors in your skin that help to neutralize something called free radicals. Now, what are free radicals, apart from sounding like a 90s grunge rock band, is that these are very unstable molecules that are whizzing around your body that have been created through some kind of external damage. So for example, through some kind of radiation, or through the sun, UVA, UVB rays. They create these very unstable molecules that go around your body and essentially damage DNA and cell structure. And it's because of free radicals that we get disease and that we age. So antioxidants are there to fight the free radicals. Why is that so funny? Vitamin E is a very potent antioxidant, which is why you'll find it, like I said, in a lot of different creams as an active ingredient. So sometimes it is a bit of a marketing ploy, but one thing that is definitely true, it is very important for people with inflammation in their skin. So on top of being very antioxidizing, if that's the word, it is also very good for reducing inflammation in your skin, in your epidermis. So there was a study that was done on a group of people who had AD, atopic dermatitis, i.e. eczema, and half of the group got given placebo, the other half got given quite a strong vitamin E supplement. And after 8 weeks, the people who had taken the supplement had a reduction of their eczema symptoms by 62%, if not total remission, which is pretty amazing. Other thing it does is that it regulates kind of hydration and lipid production in your skin, which is also something that's often compromised if you have some kind of skin condition like acne or psoriasis or eczema. So it has a lot of really important functions in your skin, and it's something that you want to be getting lots of in your diet. So I'm going to put a list here of some foods that are very rich and have a very high vitamin E content. Some of my favorites that I can think of off the top of my head are things like almonds, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and peanuts. You can find it in avocados and things like that, but yeah, just check out this list here. So the second nutrient, which is really important for your skin if you are trying to reduce inflammation, is selenium. So I think selenium is mentioned kind of less often because it isn't as easily found, I would say, even though it is definitely an essential micronutrient. You just don't need as much of it as you do kind of other vitamins and things, but still super important to get in your diet if you are trying to reduce inflammation in your skin. And it is shown to be especially beneficial for people with psoriasis. And I think the main reason for that is just because it has been tested on most people with psoriasis, but it acts really, really well with vitamin E. So like I mentioned before, vitamins and nutrients, they don't act in isolation. You want to get them in a kind of combination. So vitamin E and selenium work really well together, and they bring down a lot of the kind of inflammatory markers that you will find in your skin if you have an inflammatory skin problem there. So I'm going to put a list of sources of selenium for you right here, but I think that probably the most well-known source of selenium is Brazil nuts. So if you should have one Brazil nut every single day, that is more than enough when it comes to your daily recommended intake of selenium. So you do not want to be going all hungry hippo and grabbing big handfuls of Brazil nuts every single day over a long period of time, because large doses of selenium can actually be toxic. So if you're going to get it through Brazil nuts, maybe just 1 or 2 every single day, you're fine. So the next one on the list is vitamin D. Yes, the sunshine vitamin, which is technically not a vitamin, it's actually a fat-soluble pro-hormone. So what it does, the sun enters into your skin and your skin produces some active metabolites from vitamin D, which are very, very good at reducing inflammation. And that is why sunshine is so good for your skin if you have some kind of inflammatory skin problem. Of course, you want to be careful because the sun's rays is obviously damaging as well, but 10 to 20 minutes, depending on where you are in the world, is usually enough when it comes to your daily dose of vitamin D. So there have been many, many studies on both humans and animals that have shown that vitamin D is really good for reducing inflammation and autoimmune disorders, including those in the skin. So we do really want to be getting vitamin D, whether you want to get it through the sun or if you want to take it through a supplement. Either are good, but yeah, just make sure you get your vitamin D. So the next one on my list is a nutrient which is so good for you and so good for reducing inflammation, and that is turmeric, or more specifically, curcumin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm really sorry if I'm not, which is the active nutrient in turmeric. So turmeric is very, very potent anti-inflammatory, not just in your skin, but in your entire body. So it will eventually reach your skin as well. Now, the problem with turmeric or curcumin is that it is not well absorbed at all. Like, you have to take a lot of it to get kind of the active benefits. And on top of that, you really, really need to have a lot of pepper, because it absorbs very well with pepper, but if you don't have it with pepper, you might as well not be taking it because it just will not absorb at all. Another thing you can do is also just take curcumin supplements, if that's what you're wanting to do. But I think if you are including turmeric little and often in your diet over a long period of time, then that is definitely going to be beneficial for you if you have inflammation in your body from autoimmune disorders, or if you have it in your skin. Some people do also like to use it topically, and there has been some studies showing that there is some effectiveness when it's been used against psoriasis, but it is very, very yellow and it will stain your skin. So if you have like kind of a rash and then you put turmeric on it, it will go kind of like this sort of gross yellowy red color. I haven't experimented with that myself. If you have, or if you'd like to, then please do leave a comment down below and tell me how that was for you. So the next one on my list is probably something that a lot of people, especially if you have eczema, will know about, because it is probably the first supplement that you are recommended to take when you are trying to manage your skin naturally, and that is omega-3s or polyunsaturated fatty acids. So it is specifically the metabolites of these omega-3s or PUFAs, which is EPA, DHA, and ALA. Get that right? So these have been shown to be very anti-inflammatory in the dermis. Now, there isn't a whole lot of clinical trials done in it, but there are some studies to show that it does reduce inflammation for people who have atopic dermatitis as well as psoriasis. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, I tried the cod liver oil supplement, it didn't work. I know, I tried it as well. But that takes us back to the point I made earlier in the video, is that it doesn't work in isolation. It has to be part of a variety of nutrients that you're getting in your diet. And you can take it through a supplement, but you can also include it in other ways. But it's not about just having that one omega-3 supplement, hoping for the best, hoping that's going to cure your skin problem. It's about making sure that you have that as a part of your diet, but also the other nutrients that we're talking about in this video, as well as all the other lifestyle factors that I talk about way too much. So the penultimate one on my list, I'm getting close to the end of the video now, which is good because I am getting kind of hungry, are probiotics. So I could make a whole separate video about your gut microbiome. It is super complicated. We don't even really know that much about it. It's a very kind of new frontier, I suppose, in the scientific research field. But probiotics are super important for regulating immunity and immune function. One thing for sure is that having a big diversity of gut bacteria is very, very important for your health and also for your immune system. So we want to be including either a probiotic of some form. I personally took something called Symprove, which was really, really good for me. I can highly recommend it, but I think you can only find it in the UK. I'll check that for you. Or alternatively, just eat lots of fermented foods. So you can get it in sauerkraut, you can get it in kimchi, you can get it in kombucha. Just make sure that the ones that you buy actually have the beneficial bacteria in them, because sometimes when you buy them in the shops or off the shelf, all the kind of beneficial bacteria has been pasteurized, so it doesn't actually have any of the benefits that you want it to have. But there are different brands that definitely do still include these beneficial bacteria. So just do a little bit of research before you go out and spend a lot of money on these fermented foods, because they can be quite spendy and sometimes they're a bit useless. Last nutrient on my list before we go make some scrummy lunch is zinc. It's a pretty well-known one as well. It's probably one of the more common nutrients that you're recommended to take as a supplement, especially if you're somebody who has got acne. So your skin has got loads and loads and loads of zinc transporters. So molecules or little proteins that transport zinc in and out of different skin layers. And when there is a mutation or a dysregulation in these transporters, that is when you see skin disease being presented, either in the form of acne or other inflammatory skin conditions. So taking a zinc supplement can really help to regulate these zinc transporters and making sure that your skin is getting enough zinc, because it's a super, super important nutrient. So one of the really important functions of these zinc transporters is to reduce excess inflammation of the skin and also to fight infection because of bacteria in your skin. So this is something that is often out of whack if you have acne. So if you are somebody who is suffering from a lot of acne, it is really important to be getting enough zinc in your diet. You can also use zinc topically. So there's something called zinc oxide, which is often used in different types of creams as well as sun creams, and that can have a really good antibacterial, anti-inflammatory and also protective effect. So you can either get it, like I said, topically in your diet. I'll put a list of different sources of zinc right here, so you can pick and choose your favorites. But yeah, like I said, zinc, super important, so get as much of that as you can in your diet. Okay, I think that's enough of me talking. Let's go make some lunch. So lunch today is going to be a salmon and kale salad with a tahini and lemon dressing. Really easy. I think most of the ingredients you can find in most supermarkets, and is absolutely packed with all of the nutrients that I mentioned today. So yeah, let's go. I'm hungry.